So here we're going to look at this example here. Again, this is infinite series in this video. It's asking us to find the sum to infinity of the geometric series that we see here. So 1 plus 3 over 7 plus 9 over 49 plus 27 over 343 and so on. Okay, so the sum to infinity of a geometric series, if you remember from the last video, is the formula is given by s of infinity is equal to a divided by 1 minus or. Okay, where a is going to be our first term, or is the common ratio. So say C ratio, but we can only use this when the absolute value of or is less than 1. So the common ratio is less than 1. So in this case, we have to find out what the common ratio is. So I will go green, and we're going to say t of 2 divided by t of 1 is equal to or. So we're going to say that's 3 over 7 divided by 1, which is just equal to 3 over 7, and that's our common ratio, and that is less than 1, so we can use this formula here. In other words, that it does approach a limit, and that's actually something I'll just mention as well. So because or is less than 1, that means we'll say it approaches a limit, and it's just another terminology that they use sometimes instead of saying it approaches a limit. So let's finish this. It approaches a limit, or it converges. Okay, so they might say that. This might say it converges on a limit. So just if you do see that in a question, not to be worried. It just means the exact same thing, that approaches a limit. That means that the infinite series goes towards a limit, so it converges on a limit. Okay, and that only happens again if the common ratio is less than 1, and we can use this formula. So sorry, this is a little bit messy, but we have 1 plus 3 over 7 plus 9 over 49, etc. Or the common ratio is equal to 3 over 7, and a, our first term, is going to be equal to 1. So I am going to stick that into our formula now, and we'll see what we get as the sum to infinity. So s of infinity is equal to 1, which is a, over 1 minus or, which is 3 over 7. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit more. So that's going to give us that s of infinity is equal to 1 over 4 over 7. And again, if you divide something by a fraction, you just kind of flip the fraction. So that answer is going to be that s to infinity is equal to 7 over 4, or else in decimal 1.75. Okay, so if you want to add all of those numbers up forever, yeah, and keep going in that fashion, the geometric series, it'll get really, really close to 1.7 over 5, but it'll never reach it. Okay, so approaches 1.75. That says approaches anyway, if you can't read it. Approaches 1.75. That's what we call the limit. Yeah, limit. So again, that was just a quick example again to look at the formula we did in the last video. Hopefully it makes sense, because there's going to be, this is kind of the simple question they can ask. There's another few ways they can ask these infinite series questions, and we're going to look at those in the next 2 videos. So I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe.